What's going on YouTube? It is Trev. Okay. I'm getting a lot of questions, right? What is this oversight committee? What are you guys going to do? You know, all these tons and tons of questions. Well, here's the answer to every one of those questions. Okay, you ready? I don't know. I have no idea. Let me tell you exactly what happened, right? And this is really as simple as it is. Zaradar reached out to me and said, hey, I want to chat with you about something if you got the time. Okay, what's up? We are, trying to build this L1 team, this L1 task force team. We would like to implement an oversight committee, and would like, we want to make sure that developers are represented to the, community, validators, and just, community itself, right? Some, every one of those three specific pillars, as he called it, are represented. So we want to put together an oversight committee, and would like to know if you would like to be on the oversight committee, right, as the community wing or aspect of it. That's it. No other information, no other, no directives, no, explanation of expectations or anything like that. So a couple of things happen, right? In my mind, I'm thinking oversight committee. Okay, oversight committee means we are looking over what these guys are going to be doing. I have been screaming for months now about any team that is developed should have some sort of community liaison, someone to make sure that the developers and all the tech head guys are keeping in mind the community's best interest and being able to relate to the community who largely doesn't understand any of this tech stuff, right? Being able to relate to them exactly what's going on kind of on their terms, right? And I felt like somebody needed to be in that position to make sure that that's happening. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, well, there's the position I've been talking about, okay? I was honored. Also in my mind, Ed and Zarada. No brainer. Just want to be a part of whatever it is that they're doing. I want to be a part of it. I've always said that any leadership team, and again, these guys are not putting themselves in as a leadership team. I'm just saying in the past, when I've talked about we need a leadership team, these are the two names that always come up in every conversation because they are probably the two most trusted individuals in the Terra Classic community right now. Okay, so when it's the two of them and they're going to be building a team and they want me to be on this oversight committee, no brainer, absolutely yes, I'm with it. Okay, but that's it. They haven't started yet. They haven't had the first meeting. They haven't chatted with us. Now there's me, Strathcole, and I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting the Validator. It's PCF or PFC. And no disrespect. I just got a million things on my brain, right? But it's the three of us, and we really haven't been spoken to beyond that. Okay, they're really focusing on building the team on the L1 development part of it, and that needs to be their focus. Okay, they asked us to do it. We said yes. That's it. It's, we're going to do it, right? Whatever it is that we need to do, we'll kind of figure that out, I guess, as we go along. But all these questions that are coming in to us about, our role, and even to the team, or questions of not necessarily to the team, but about the team, what exactly they're going to do, what is, don't know yet. They have not started, okay? But here's what I want to say to you. We watched the whole Terra Rebels thing unfold, right? And the Discord was created, and a lot of the developers and admins and mods spent an inordinate amount of time in the Discord. At first, we thought that was really a great thing, that the transparency and they're there to answer questions and all that. In hindsight, me personally, I would like them to. I would have liked them to spend a little more time doing their business, doing their work, doing the development work or whatever. Put some people out front that have access to them, and a press corps, press secretary. I don't know what you call it, right? But put some people out front who can actually interact with the community and let these guys code. Let them develop. Let them do their work. Their work should not be PR and having to deal with the community on a regular basis. Now, should there be transparency? Absolutely, right? Should we know what's going on? Should we be able to get questions answered? Absolutely. Okay, that has to be. It's essential. But there has to be a go-between. There has to be an in-between, right? We just can't be putting all these questions and all these issues on these guys when they're trying to get this team together. It was a major problem with the Terra Rebels. It ended up being a major problem. It took these guys away from the business that they were trying to do, and maybe things could have been done a little more rapidly or quickly if they weren't having to spend so much time, I'm sorry, but coddling the people that were just asking a million questions, the same questions over and over and over again. Here's the thing, right? And I want to take you to something. Give me 1 second. Make sure that I'm pulling up what I want to pull up. Here's the proposal, okay? Joint L1 task force, and it's passed, right? It's passing. But I don't know what could possibly happen to it at this point to prevent it from being, an absolute yes. 3 days to go. 95.57% of the people who voted yes. 1.28% voted no. 3.13% abstained. Okay? We voted for this. This was a very well written, very explicit proposal on Agora. Now, if you voted for it without reading that proposal all the way through, shame on you, okay? But I'm going to give the community the benefit of the doubt and assume that you actually read it and you know what it is that they're proposing. You know what it is that they're going to be working on. The funding is for 3 months of work, right? And Ed spelled out exactly what it is that they were going to be focusing on. Passed overwhelmingly. We want these guys to do this. Let's not sabotage it. Let's not get in their way. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, right? We all know that. Let's not turn this into anything that it was before, because everything else has not worked and has led to this. This is what we've been waiting for. The vast majority of us, let's let them do it. Chill with all the questions, all the criticisms, right? Let them do it. It's only 3 months. We've already approved the funding for them, essentially, right? Let them do what they're going to do, but leave them alone to do it. And then, when they succeed, we take it from there. If we leave them alone to do their work and they don't succeed, we take it from there. But let's not keep interrupting them along the way with all these questions that really don't, aren't going to affect anything one way or the other, right? No matter what you do, there's always going to be people who are going to have objections to it. That's just human nature. You can't get away from that. 95.57%, why can't I say that? 95.57% of us voted yes, right? Validators. Listen, we passed this thing overwhelmingly without the superpower of all nodes at 19.59% without them even voting. They didn't even vote on it. Kind of curious as to why, but they didn't vote on it. Lungdow, another powerhouse, didn't vote on it at all. They've still got 3 days. They may weigh in, right? 47 validators voted yes. One validator, who voted no, by the way? Terra Rebels. I mean, okay. I'm going to guess. This is my opinion, right? This is my speculation. I don't expect anybody to feel the way that I feel. I just like to give you my opinion. I'm going to guess that they are the only no. They may not be the only no at the end, but currently they're the only no because they have what they want to be the team, right? TR, largely out of the picture right now. Whether they're able to reinvent themselves into something and gain back some trust, yet to be seen, right? But for now, kind of a non-factor, I'm going to go as far to say, right? So that puts TCV on center stage. But here comes Ed and Zaratar, right? The two, whatever you want to call them, of this chain that form a group. Is that a huge challenge to, was Terra Rebels having visions of, we got it now, we're in control, we're number one, we're going to, I don't know. I don't know that. I'm not saying that's exactly how they felt. But in my mind, I can't think of another reason for them to vote no other than they feel challenged by this other group and they thought that they were it. Well, who's really going to compete with these other two guys, right? So they voted no. It is what it is. But 47 have voted yes. 3 have abstained. Who's abstained? Classy is abstained. Lunk Punks is abstained. Pronodes has abstained. I'm not sure what that is or why that is. But abstaining, goes toward reaching quorum. They just, for whatever reason, didn't want to take a stance one way or the other. So be it. Okay. But anyway, just back to the whole point. If in 3 months they haven't done what we expect them to do, then when they go for more funding, we still have to vote on it, right? We'll see then. It's just 90 days. Leave them alone for 90 days. Stop with all the Twitter FUD. Stop with all the, Discord FUD. We're shooting ourselves in the foot. We waited for these guys. We have them. We've given them financing, right, to do their thing. Please let them do it. And if you see anybody fudding, and I hate that word, but whatever, fudding, and trying to, bring up issues and bring up problems, just for attention or whatever, put them down. Call it out. You know what I mean? And let them know, listen, we elected these guys to do this. We've given them the funding. Let them do it. They're trying to fix this thing and get it going, right? Let's let them do it. Let them concentrate on that. Never mind reaching out to them. Zardoz said he's been getting phone calls at his house. That's craziness, right? Leave them alone. Leave them alone. That goes for everybody. You know who I'm speaking to. Yes, I'm speaking directly to you. Leave them alone. Let them do their thing. The community voted for it. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm adamant about this, okay? All right, I don't know. Like the video if you want to like the video. Don't like the video. Hit the don't like if you don't like whatever, right? If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. But leave comments in the comment section. Let me know if you agree. And I'm not looking for the echo chamber that, can actually happen when you have subscribers. If you disagree with me, please put it in the chat and let's talk about it. But let's talk about it here, right? away from their ears and away from their eyes. Let's deal with ourselves as a community and talk about our own issues, but let's let them work. Let's do it differently this time, and hopefully we get the results that we have been waiting for. Largely, it's kind of up to us, right? So keep that in mind. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Ciao.